Welcome to Healthy Aging Blueprint, your trusted space for simple, effective tips to help seniors live healthier, happier, and more meaningful lives. Whether you're stepping into retirement or supporting a parent or grandparent on their wellness journey, this channel is for you. Together, we'll explore real-life experiences, healthy daily habits, and a positive mindset to help you wake up each day with energy, joy, and purpose. Have you ever felt like your eyesight was fine one day and fading the next, without warning? What if the vegetables you've trusted for years were quietly taking a toll on your eyes? And what if the cause wasn't age or screens, but something hiding right on your dinner plate? As an experienced surgeon, I'm here to urge you to stop eating 5 common vegetables that are silently damaging your vision. I've met older adults who could clearly see their grandkids' faces in the morning, yet just a few months later, they couldn't even distinguish daylight from twilight. It's heartbreaking. These people were still mentally sharp and full of life, but their eyes, once vibrant, began to sting, fade, and ache until they dreaded stepping outside into the sunlight. The real tragedy? It's not always age or disease that's to blame. More often than you'd think, the real culprits are the vegetables they eat every day. Foods we assume are safe and healthy. Have you ever noticed your eyes tearing up, growing blurry, or struggling to recognize loved ones, even when you avoid reading or using screens? Believe it or not, some of those so-called healthy vegetables may be silently wearing down your eyesight, little by little. But there's good news. It's not too late to protect your vision. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 vegetables you must stop eating to preserve the clarity of your eyes. By making these changes, you can hold on to the joy of seeing your grandkids and the beauty of life around you for years to come. Let's begin with the first and perhaps most deceptive culprit: red spinach, the silent eye killer. This leafy green is popular in summer dishes and seems harmless, but it can quietly erode vision in older adults, especially when stored and reheated the next day. I remember one patient vividly, a woman in her 70s from a quiet rural town. She told me her vision had slowly dimmed over time. Some mornings, just opening her eyes felt like staring into a fogged-up headlight. No redness, no burning, no obvious cause. What stood out was her daily habit. She loved boiled red spinach. Not fresh every time, but leftovers, spinach soup from dinner, reheated the next day. That was the key. You see, red spinach is naturally rich in nitrates, normally beneficial when consumed fresh. But when left overnight, those nitrates convert into nitrites, a toxic compound that, according to medical literature, can subtly harm delicate eye tissue over time. Like a wrecking ball aimed at your blood vessels, nitrites tear through the delicate structures that support healthy eyesight. They damage the retina and sharply increase the risk of macular degeneration. Left unchecked, they can cause irreversible blurring and, in some cases, even complete vision loss. And the damage doesn't stop at the eyes. Nitrites also disrupt heart function, throwing blood pressure off balance and leading to symptoms like dizziness, nausea, fatigue, and sleeplessness. Many seniors assume these are just the natural side effects of aging, but often they're not. They could be the direct result of what's on your plate. So I ask you, sincerely, is reheated spinach soup really worth dimming the light of your later years? Don't let red spinach, once seen as a symbol of health, become the very thing that steals the vibrancy from your life. If you've ever eaten it after it sat overnight, stop today. For your eyes, your heart, and your future. Want to take a simple but powerful step today? Leave a comment below saying, "I'll never eat overnight red spinach to keep my eyes bright." Before we dive into the next item, I'd truly appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. It helps keep these important insights circulating, especially for those navigating the journey of healthy aging. And if you haven't already subscribed, I encourage you to do so, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. If this message resonated with you, comment number 1 below. If not, comment 0 so I can continue improving and serving you better. Now, let's move on. because sometimes one small dietary change can protect your vision for the rest of your life. The second dangerous vegetable is one that often hides in plain sight: raw watercress. This humble green, often added to salads, noodle bowls, or rustic home-cooked dishes, is a beloved ingredient among many seniors. Its refreshing bite and cooling effect make it a go-to choice in warm weather. But as a doctor with more than 15 years of experience, I feel a strong responsibility to speak up. Raw watercress poses risks to aging eyes that most people never see coming. Over the years, I've heard countless seniors describe the same symptoms: gritty, mildly red, watery eyes that seem to worsen in sunlight. Most of them didn't spend much time reading or staring at screens, but they all had one thing in common: they frequently ate raw watercress, often for lunch or dinner. So, what's the hidden danger? Unwashed or improperly cleaned watercress can carry microscopic parasites like liver fluke larvae or other microbes. Once inside the body, these invaders quietly inflame blood vessels, including those in the eyes. This inflammation reduces blood flow and leaves the eyes tired, dry, and increasingly blurry. I often compare aging eyes to a silver mirror. When clean, it reflects light beautifully. But add a layer of dust, or in this case, bacteria or reduced circulation, and that light begins to fade. And the trouble doesn't end with your eyes. Raw watercress can also lead to digestive issues, diarrhea, recurring stomach pain, or infections that linger in those with already sensitive guts. So the question is it really worth it? Is a small plate of raw greens really worth a lifetime of blurred vision and dimmed days? If raw watercress is part of your regular meals, I hope these words stay with you. The choice may seem minor, but it could shape how clearly you see the world in the years ahead. If you're ready to make a change, declare it. Comment below: "I'll quit raw watercress to keep my eyes bright." Let your vision shine longer, not fade because of something so deceptively innocent. Now, let's talk about another hidden risk in the vegetable drawer: wilted collard greens. At a glance, they may appear fresh enough, maybe just a little soft, a bit yellowed, or slightly mushy. But behind those tired leaves often lie toxins that quietly attack your optic nerves. A quick rinse isn't enough. If those greens are slimy, smell faintly sour, or are clumped together in a plastic bag, they may already be teeming with harmful bacteria and mold. I once reviewed lab results on wilted collards, and what we found was alarming: dense colonies of mold and bacteria, releasing toxins especially dangerous when the leaves are crushed, stored in warm places, or sealed without air circulation. Collards are often hailed as liver-friendly, which is why many older adults choose them regularly. But here's the ironic twist: seniors with shaky hands or weakened eyesight may struggle to notice spoilage in time, particularly when buying from open-air markets or bulk bins. And those hidden toxins? They don't just upset your stomach. They inflame blood vessels and disrupt the nervous system, leading to dizziness, headaches, visual confusion, and blurry sight, symptoms easily mistaken for just getting older. I recall a patient, 72 years old, who described her eyesight as web-like, distorted and foggy, as if caught behind a veil. She believed the weather was to blame, but when we reviewed her diet, we found a frequent culprit: wilted collard greens used in her soups. When I explained the connection, she was stunned. "I thought greens were good for the eyes," she said softly. "And yes, they are, but only when they're fresh, clean, and full of life. One spoiled batch can tip already delicate eyesight into irreversible decline." So if you're in the habit of saving wilted greens to avoid waste, it's time to rethink that choice. Say it out loud: "I'll never eat wilted collards to protect my clear eyes." Because the truth is, your eyes don't lie, they just go quiet until it's too late. Now let's look at another common danger that doesn't come from the produce aisle, but from a jar: salty pickled radish. This vegetable isn't green, but it's a silent contributor to both vision loss and stroke. Eaten daily, even in small amounts, it can gradually cloud clear vision. Nights become harder to navigate, and even sunny days feel harsh and glaring. I'll never forget one patient, an 80-year-old man from a rural village, who was brought into the hospital feeling exhausted and dizzy. His pulse was slow, and his eyes had grown foggy. When I asked him about his meals, he shrugged and said, "At home, I just eat rice with a little pickled radish. It helps it go down easier." He had been eating it daily, sometimes even in place of fresh greens. While fresh white radish can be beneficial in moderation, the story changes drastically when it's pickled, heavily salted, and stored for long periods. The fermentation process releases sodium and nitrites that directly attack both the heart and the tiny, delicate vessels in the eyes. Even more concerning, the high salt content silently raises pressure within the eyes, straining the retina and causing microbleeds, often without any pain or warning. And once that bleeding starts, the damage may be irreversible, leading to sudden vision loss or permanent blindness that seems to come out of nowhere. Many older adults, especially those living alone or avoiding complex cooking, turn to pickled radish as a quick, flavorful side. It's easy, it's familiar, and it brings a sense of nostalgia to the meal. But behind that comfort lies a serious risk: sudden strokes during the night, or waking up to a room that's gone completely dark, not from the lights being off, but from vision that's vanished. Each tiny blood vessel in an aging eye is like a thread, woven together to create the light we see. Lose just one, and the picture blurs. Lose many, and the entire scene begins to fade. That's why I urge caution. While pickled radish may be a staple in traditional meals and a taste of the past, it's best avoided for the sake of your future vision. If you're ready to make that choice today, one that could protect both your eyes and your heart, leave a comment below. I'll ditch pickled radish to save my eyes and heart, because truly, no jar of pickles is worth more than your precious eyesight. Now, we come to the fifth dangerous vegetable: Malabar spinach. It's often praised as a cooling dish, especially during summer months, and it's commonly served with crab or shrimp to soothe digestion. But here's the paradox I often explain in my health seminars. Not every food that cools the gut is kind to aging eyes. Malabar spinach is one of the most overlooked culprits. I always highlight it in my talks because so many people see it as a harmless, even healthy option. At a seminar I once held in a city hall, I asked the audience, a group of seniors, how many of them ate Malabar spinach more than 3 times a week. Nearly half raised their hands. This leafy green, while rich in fiber, contains oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that, in large amounts, bind with calcium in the body. When that happens, it reduces the body's ability to absorb key nutrients like zinc, calcium, and vitamin A. And these aren't just any nutrients. They're vital shields that protect the retina and guard against cataracts. Without them, our eyes become vulnerable. Vision begins to blur. Eyes may tear more often, and clarity fades gradually, as if you're looking through a smudged window. Overcooked Malabar spinach also strips away its natural vitamin A content, leaving the dish nutritionally hollow, especially for seniors who rely on every meal to nourish both body and mind. Each bite, each plate, is a chance to fuel longevity. But when those chances are missed repeatedly, the impact begins to show. In the eyes, in the quality of sleep, and even in memory. So ask yourself, is it really worth repeating a familiar dish if it costs you the light of your life? If this message resonates with you, make the commitment today. Comment below, I'll limit Malabar spinach to keep my eyes bright. Because living longer is one thing, but seeing clearly through that life, that's where the joy truly lives. Sometimes the very foods we've trusted for years can quietly work against us. A warm bowl of overnight red spinach, a plate of raw watercress, wilted collard greens, a spoonful of pickled radish. These may seem as harmless as breathing,
but they can slowly wear down our vision and fade the brightness of the world around us. I'm not here to scare you or to tell you to starve. I'm here to help you choose wisely, to protect what may be your most valuable sense, your vision, and preserve the clarity of your thoughts for the years ahead. You might be asking now, then what should I eat? Are there vegetables that can actually strengthen the eyes, protect the heart, and boost memory? The good news? The answer may already be in your garden, your kitchen, or just down the street at your local market. If you're still with me and finding these insights useful, let me know you're watching. Drop a comment with number 1 below. Your time and attention truly mean a lot. Let's move forward with 4 vegetables you should eat every day. Simple, powerful, and designed to help you stay sharp, focused, and full of life well into your 90s.
Guess what's first? It's one many people overlook, despite being one of the most affordable, accessible superfoods around: carrots. Carrots are nature's gift for aging eyes and brains. Packed with beta-carotene, the natural precursor to vitamin A, they offer crucial protection for the retina, sharpen low-light vision, and reduce the risk of both macular degeneration and cataracts. And the benefits go beyond vision. The antioxidants in carrots also help slow down brain cell aging, improve memory, and reduce forgetfulness that often creeps in after 60. For the heart, carrots are a quiet powerhouse, lowering bad cholesterol, improving circulation, and helping to stabilize blood pressure. Enjoy them raw, crisp and sweet, perfect in a salad or dipped in sesame sauce. Juice them with breakfast for a mild, refreshing start to the day, especially soothing for dry mouths or tired eyes. Or steam them gently with bone broth and ginger for a soft, nutrient-rich dish that's easy to digest and deeply nourishing. Even 1 carrot a day can begin to brighten your eyes like the morning sun. If you're ready to commit to this simple habit, type it out below. I'll eat carrots daily for my eyes. For bright eyes, sharp memory, and a strong heart. The next vegetable to focus on is red bell peppers, a fiery gift for the body and mind. You might think they're a bit too fancy or only for decorative purposes on a plate, but for seniors, they're practically essential. Just 2 to 3 servings a week can make a significant difference.
These colorful peppers are loaded with vitamins C and A, which protect the sensitive cells in the retina and help strengthen the fragile blood vessels in the eyes. This is especially important for those managing high blood pressure or diabetes, where the risk of retinal bleeding is much higher. Beyond eye health, red bell peppers contain flavonoids, powerful plant compounds that help clean the arteries, reduce the risk of stroke, and support steady blood circulation. With better blood flow comes clearer thinking, more energy, and waking up each morning feeling more refreshed and mentally alert. Don't worry, despite their color, they're not spicy. Red bell peppers are sweet and crunchy, making them easy to enjoy in a variety of dishes. Try them thinly sliced and quickly sautéed in olive oil with a touch of garlic. Toss them into a salad with cucumber and tomato, dressed in sesame oil and lemon. Or blend them into a vibrant juice with carrots, celery, and apple for a refreshing drink that supports your eyes, heart, and brain all at once. If you've always viewed them as just garnish, it's time to rethink. They deserve a permanent spot in your kitchen. Comment below. I'll add red bell peppers to meals for my eyes, heart, and memory. Next up is kale, the leafy green that's earned its title as a superfood both in the US and Europe. Whether you find it at a big supermarket or a local farmer's market, you may have walked past it without realizing its remarkable power. Kale is rich in 2 key nutrients, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds are vital in protecting the retina and preventing damage from macular degeneration and cataracts, 2 of the most common and silent threats to senior vision. But kale doesn't just stop at protecting the eyes. It also helps reduce inflammation in the blood vessels, supports memory function, and slows the natural aging of the brain. With its blend of vitamin K, vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants, Kale helps you maintain stable blood pressure, mental clarity, and long-term cognitive health. If the name intimidates you, don't let it. Cooking with kale can be simple. Sauté it briefly with olive oil and garlic for a flavorful side. Steam it lightly and drizzle with soy sauce. Or add it to a smoothie, blend with banana, chia seeds, and a touch of honey for a drink that's gentle on your gut and great for your eyes. If you're ready to give this green a place in your weekly meals, write in the comments, "I'll eat kale weekly to protect my eyes and memory." Now, let's turn to ripe tomatoes, nature's version of eyeglasses for the aging eye. This juicy red fruit, often dismissed as a garnish or sandwich filler, is actually one of the most effective protectors of retinal health. Soft, juicy, and with just the right sweet tart kick, ripe tomatoes are far more than a garnish. They can be enjoyed simply with a light sprinkle of salt or blended with apple and celery into a refreshing, cleansing juice that supports both heart and eye health. But be selective. Choose tomatoes that ripen naturally, on the vine or at the market, rather than those chemically forced to look red before they're truly ready. And when you cook them, go easy. Avoid overcooking, as too much heat can destroy lycopene, the powerful antioxidant that gives tomatoes their red color and their protective properties. If you've been overlooking tomatoes or brushing them off as just another salad topping, it's time to see them differently. Comment below. I'll eat ripe tomatoes daily for bright eyes, a strong heart, and a sharp memory. You're amazing for staying with me this far. Taking time to learn how food affects your eyes, heart, and brain isn't something everyone prioritizes. The truth is, making thoughtful food choices is a beautiful form of self-care, one that pays off with clarity of vision, stronger memory, and better long-term health. Every carrot, every bell pepper, every leaf of kale or slice of tomato, when chosen wisely and prepared correctly, acts as a gentle form of medicine. And these small choices, made daily, can lead to a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. If you found this helpful, consider liking the video and sharing it with someone you love. Chances are, there's a friend or family member who needs this wisdom just as much as you do. But let's be honest, eating the right vegetables isn't enough if they're cooked the wrong way. One bad cooking habit can cancel out all your efforts. I've seen people eat healthy foods faithfully, yet still suffer from blurry vision, eye pressure, or even mental fog. Why? The answer often lies not in what you eat, but in how you cook it. Because every pot, every pinch of salt, and every reheated dish can either nourish or harm your eyes without you even knowing it. So here are 5 dangerous cooking mistakes that, if repeated daily and left unchecked, could gradually steal your vision. Are you making one of these? The first mistake is boiling vegetables and tossing out the water. This common habit might seem harmless, even clean, but it causes a massive loss of eye-nourishing nutrients. Vegetables like spinach, carrots, kale, and chard release essential vitamins into the cooking water, especially water-soluble ones like A, C, B1, and B6. These vitamins are not optional. They act as shields for your retinas, help prevent dry eyes, and support the optic nerves. Pouring them down the drain is like throwing away your vision insurance, bit by bit. Vitamin C in particular plays a vital role in protecting blood vessels, reducing the risk of retinal bleeding and supporting the heart. Without it, the likelihood of high blood pressure, dizziness, and even cognitive fog increases, especially with age. The fix? Don't discard that broth. Save it and turn it into soup or sauce. That nutrient-rich water is a silent tonic your eyes, heart, and mind can benefit from every single day. The second mistake is frying vegetables at high heat, or worse, reusing cooking oil. Many people believe that quick, high-heat frying helps greens stay crisp and tasty. But in reality, those high temperatures destroy essential nutrients like vitamins A, E, and K, along with valuable antioxidants that help preserve retinal health, improve circulation, and protect against cataracts. Reusing oil adds even more danger. As oil breaks down, it oxidizes and releases harmful compounds, like aldehydes, that inflame blood vessels and speed up retinal aging. The result? Blurry vision, inflammation, and long-term damage you might not even notice right away. I once advised a woman who came in complaining of blurry vision and dizziness. She regularly fried her greens in reused oil, thinking it was efficient. Once she switched to gentler cooking methods, her symptoms began to ease. Switching to medium heat, using fresh oil, and stir-frying vegetables quickly, just 2 to 3 minutes, helped that woman feel a noticeable difference within 3 weeks. Her head felt lighter, and her eyes were no longer as foggy. Sometimes, all it takes is one small change to create a ripple effect in your health. So, remember this. Always use fresh oil, keep the heat moderate, and stir-fry your greens briefly to preserve their color, nutrients, and healing power. The third mistake is one that many seniors make without thinking twice: eating overnight reheated vegetables. It feels practical and frugal, especially when living alone. Cooking a big batch and saving leftovers in the fridge may seem like a good habit, but when you reheat those cooked greens the next day, especially watercress, chard, or red spinach, something dangerous happens. Overnight, these vegetables begin to produce nitrites, which are classified as precancerous toxins. These compounds can silently damage the liver, burden the heart, and impair the optic nerves. And the danger compounds when reheated, intensifying the inflammation, reducing blood flow to the eyes, and causing blurred vision, headaches, and dizziness. What starts as a cost-saving habit ends up costing your health in the long run. So, what's the solution? Cook just enough for one meal. Don't store and reheat vegetables beyond 24 hours. Your eyes and your body deserve fresh, safe food every day. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, let me know you're here. Comment number 2 below so I know you're still with me, and thank you for taking this time to care for your health. The fourth dangerous mistake often hides in plain sight: cooking with worn aluminum pots or scratched non-stick pans. They may look harmless, but under high heat, these common kitchen tools can release harmful substances into your food. When aluminum is heated in old pots, or when the coating of a non-stick pan is scratched, aluminum ions or PFOA chemicals can leach into your food. Over time, these metals and toxins build up in the body. They can weaken your optic nerves, impair memory, and affect blood vessels, leading to tired, watery eyes and persistent brain fog. It may feel like a small thing, but it's not. Those quiet, invisible exposures add up. That's why it's time to replace damaged cookware with safe alternatives like stainless steel, ceramic, or enameled cast iron. These materials protect your food, your brain, and your eyes. Your eyes won't warn you with words, but they'll show signs when something's off. And when you ignore the little things in your kitchen, your vision might quietly fade away. Now, the fifth mistake may sound surprising: pairing leafy greens with calcium-rich foods. At first glance, it seems like a healthy combination. Vegetables for fiber and nutrients, calcium for bones and heart. But in some cases, especially with greens like Malabar spinach or chard, this pairing works against your body. That's because these greens contain oxalates, compounds that bind with calcium. When eaten together with dairy like milk or cheese, they form indigestible salts. These salts block the absorption of key nutrients like vitamin A and zinc, both critical for retina protection and brain health. The result? Blurry, tired eyes, restless sleep, memory lapses that seem to come from nowhere. And beyond that, the risk of kidney stones or digestive discomfort increases. The fix is simple. Don't pair high oxalate greens with calcium in the same meal. If you're taking a calcium supplement or eating dairy, space it out, at least 2 hours apart from your greens. It's not just what you eat, but when you eat it, that matters for your eyes and your brain. Shocking, isn't it? How tiny cooking habits, like reheating leftovers, using the wrong pan, or mistiming your nutrients, can quietly chip away at your eyesight day by day. Overcooking might seem like a harmless kitchen habit, but it carries surprisingly heavy consequences. You eat greens to support your health, yet if they're prepared the wrong way, those same vegetables can blur your vision, cloud your thoughts, and weaken your blood vessels. The truth is, eating right isn't enough. You also need to cook smart. Only when nutrition and preparation go hand in hand can you enjoy the full benefits. Sharp eyes, clear thinking, and a strong body each and every morning. But even beyond cooking, there's another piece to the puzzle: your post-meal habits. What you do after eating can make all the difference in how well your body absorbs nutrients, protects your vision, and supports brain function. Think about your routine. Do you turn on the TV, lie down for a nap, or go straight to cleaning dishes? These common habits might actually diminish the benefits of the healthy meal you just ate. Surprising, isn't it? Let's look at 5 golden post-meal habits that can help keep your vision sharp, your body energized, and your mind clear well into your golden years. The first habit is simple, yet powerful. Sip warm water with a few drops of lemon. Skip the cold drinks and avoid going straight to rest. Instead, pour yourself a glass of warm water, around 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and add a splash of fresh lemon juice. This small ritual supports digestion, eases bloating, and helps your body properly absorb key vitamins, especially A and C. These nutrients are essential for eye health, and they play a major role in preventing macular degeneration and maintaining clear, focused vision. Lemon's natural vitamin C also protects the tiny blood vessels in your eyes and heart, while warm water helps flush away excess fat and salt, easing the load on your liver and kidneys. Over time, this can lower blood pressure and even reduce stroke risk. Be mindful, though, not too much lemon. A few drops are enough. Too much acidity can upset sensitive stomachs. If you're ready to make this habit part of your day, type below. I'll drink lemon water post-meal for bright, healthy eyes. The second habit? Take a gentle stroll outdoors for 10 to 15 minutes. Instead of heading to the couch or reclining in bed, choose a slow walk in your yard, a nearby park, or a green space. Here's why this matters. After a meal, your body shifts energy toward digestion. Sitting or lying down too soon can interrupt that process, leading to sluggishness, bloating, and discomfort. But walking, even slowly, helps your blood circulate more effectively. It sends oxygen to your retinas and brain, supporting sharper vision and improved memory. Plus, being outside exposes your eyes to natural light, which increases retinal flexibility and helps prevent dryness and long-term degeneration. It's like giving your eyes a breath of fresh air. How often do we eat and immediately sit still without realizing we're holding back the very nutrients we need? It also helps stabilize blood pressure and blood sugar, reducing the risk of diabetes over time. Walking slowly after meals, especially while breathing deeply and spending time with a loved one, turns a simple routine into a moment of restoration. These few minutes can set the tone for better circulation, sharper vision, and a calmer mind. If you're ready to commit, say it proudly. I'll walk 15 minutes post-meal for bright eyes, a strong heart, and a sharp memory. The third habit might surprise you. Skip the phone and turn off the TV right after eating. While it's tempting to scroll or watch something while you rest, the blue light from screens can strain your retinas and interfere with digestion. Your eyes are already working hard all day, and after a meal, they deserve a break, not more stimulation. This habit also disrupts melatonin production, which is essential for restful sleep. Over time, that disruption can lead to blurry vision, memory lapses, and a foggy mind. Instead, give your body 30 to 45 minutes before picking up a device. Use that time to relax with a light conversation or gaze out at nature, anything that allows your eyes to breathe. If this resonates, write in the comments, "I'll avoid screens post-meal to keep my eyes healthy." The fourth habit is beautifully simple. Gently massage your eyes each evening. After a day filled with screens, reading, or even household chores, your eyes are often fatigued, even if you don't realize it. A short 2 to 3 minute massage using clean fingertips, gently circling from beneath the eyes to the temples, stimulates blood flow to the retinas, slows degeneration, and even softens fine lines. This quiet ritual not only nourishes the eyes, but also relaxes the nervous system, improving sleep and clearing the mind. For added moisture and nourishment, a drop of olive oil can be included. If you're ready to add this calming habit to your nighttime routine, comment, "I'll massage my eyes nightly for clear, healthy vision." The fifth habit is both peaceful and powerful. Spend a few minutes gazing at distant greenery or open skies. About 30 to 45 minutes after your meal, step outside or find a spot where you can see trees, clouds, or the horizon. Constant close-up focus, from phones, books, or even cooking, puts continuous strain on your eye muscles. In contrast, looking far into the distance allows those muscles to relax, increasing retinal blood flow and reducing the risk of long-term vision loss. This simple act has a meditative effect. It calms your nervous system, steadies the heart, and prepares you for deeper, more restorative sleep. Whether you're sitting on a balcony or strolling through your neighborhood, let your eyes soak in nature's quiet beauty. If you're ready to embrace this, write, "I'll gaze far daily to keep my eyes and mind clear." Your eyes are the lamps of your soul. When that light begins to dim, life loses its vividness. Don't wait until the faces of your grandchildren become shadows. From a glass of warm lemon water to a few minutes of evening massage, these small, mindful habits are the keys to preserving your vision's clarity for life. If you found these insights helpful, please like and share this video with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more inspiring, science-backed tips on living vibrantly at any age. Wishing you good health, happiness, and peace always. See you next time.